Mic check, mic check. Yo, what up? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Take-Two earnings call, baby. Here we go. Come on. Yo, what up? We're live. I had to rush this. I had to get home quick and get this knocked out. So I was a little rushed on this. What up, what up, what up, Gary? What's going on, man? Hey, can you hear this, Gary? Can you hear the pianos? Can you hear that? I can't play it too long. I'll get demonetized. Gary, what up? Can you hear that? Yeah, you guys heard it? Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I need to. I can't. That music gets me demonetized, so I just gotta check on it from time to time. Good, good. Yo, what's up, guys? Everything good? Yo, big day. Is there like some GTA news today? Jesus Christ! Oh my God! What's going on? They're still playing the piano. A lot of hype. I can't get hype though. I can't, dude. I can't get hype. It's exciting. It's exciting, but I have to be careful about getting too hype. Alvador, what's up, man? Yeah, dude, my stock has gone up. It would be a great time to invest. Thank you for the donut, man. My stock has gone up. They're still playing the piano. Yo, Richard, what's up, buddy? What's going on, man? Yeah, Take-Two's coming in strong right now, for sure. They're going to be coming in real strong. I'm very curious to see if they talk about GTA 6 at all in this. I mean, you know the investors are going to have some questions, right? Did I not call it? I knew they would say something about it today. I knew Rockstar would say something about it today, because today was Take-Two's earnings call. I knew it. And Richard, welcome to level 1, man. Appreciate that. I know. Are you guys getting an echo with the all right, these sound effects? All right. Yo, appreciate that, man. Yo, my net worth increases. That's no lie. Let me check it right now. As a matter of fact, let me see what we're working with here. Let me listen for the piano. Still on the piano. Alright, what is my stock at right now? Let's take a look. Does anybody here own stock in... Oh, shit. I haven't looked at it in a while. Does anybody own stock in Take-Two? You know what I mean? Has anybody got it? Skull, am I gonna... Dude, I want to, man. God, I want to so bad, bro. Let me check the... Looking good. Looking good. Let me get some questions wrote down right now. Alvin. I don't know why those are so late.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm writing some questions down right now. Matthew, what's up? CC, what's up? Vijay, yeah, thank you for the guide videos. No, not a problem, man. Absolutely. Glad to help out. Oh, so here's 2 questions I got so far, all right? What does GTA Online look like going forward in regard to DLC content and support? Let me know if these are good questions. And my second question is, what does GTA 6 look like with microtransactions, with monetization? Oh, thanks for the Tony, appreciate that subscription, man. And then my third question is, oh shit, I just had it. Oh yeah. Will the community get more involved? Will Rockstar involve the community more with GTA 6? What do you guys think? Are those good? These are just off the top of my head. Are those good questions? Alvin, again, man, thank you. Hey, Ty, sorry for being financial. No life. I got to keep myself accountable or I will lose my knowledge. Dude, you're fine, bro. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that, man. Let me know what you guys think. When will the vellum door be fixed? Just real quick. Oh yeah, some kind of anti-cheat. Anti-cheat. James, I'd rather not answer that question, to be honest, man. Don't listen. I'm not trying to like. It's not anything. I'd just rather not talk about finances. Kyle, what's up, man? Appreciate that, bro. They should be kicking us off right now. Yeah, first one is, what does GTA Online look like going forward with DLC content and support? Second question was, what does GTA 6 look like with microtransactions and monetization? And then, what will the involvement with the community be with GTA 6? Will Rockstar be getting the community involved more? Yusuf, what's up? What if I ask, so when do you think GTA 7 is going to be released?
Oh, yeah.
That would be messed up, bro. Well, like, really?
Conference. Please press *0 on your telephone keypad. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to your host, Nicole Shevins, Senior Vice President of Investor Relations and Corporate Communications.
All right, here we go.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining our conference call to discuss our results for the second quarter of fiscal year 2024 ended September 30, 2023. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take2's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Carl Sladoff, our President, and Lainey Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session following our prepared remarks. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that statements made during this call that are not historical facts are considered forward-looking statements under federal securities laws. These forward-looking statements are based on the beliefs of our management, as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to us. We have no obligation to update these forward-looking statements. Actual operating results may vary significantly from these forward-looking statements based on a variety of factors. These important factors are described in our filings with the SEC, including the company's most recent annual report on Form 10-K and quarterly report on Form 10-Q, including the risks summarized in the section entitled Risk Factors. I'd also like to note that, unless otherwise stated, all numbers we will be discussing today are GAAP and all comparisons are year over year. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release, including the items that our management uses internally to adjust our GAAP financial results in order to evaluate our operating performance. Our press release also contains a reconciliation of any non-GAAP financial measure to the most comparable GAAP measure. We posted to our website a slide deck that visually presents our results and financial outlook. Our press release and filings with the SEC may be obtained from our website at take2games.com. And now I'll turn the call over to Strauss.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, Nicole. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. We delivered another consecutive quarter of excellent results, highlighted by net bookings of $1.44 billion, which was at the high end of our guidance, and management results that exceeded our plans. While we expect continued macroeconomic uncertainty, we believe that we're well positioned for the holiday season and are reiterating our fiscal 2024 net bookings guidance of $5.45 to $5.55 billion. Looking ahead, I'm exceedingly optimistic about our company's multi-year growth trajectory and our ability to deliver long-term value to our shareholders. Our development pipeline is robust and diverse, and we're getting closer to delivering the groundbreaking titles that our audiences throughout the world have been anticipating eagerly. Our unwavering commitment to being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient entertainment company gives us great confidence that our offerings will surpass our players' expectations and set new standards of creative excellence in our industry. Now turning to the performance of our titles during the quarter. Grand Theft Auto V and Grand Theft Auto Online continue to surpass our expectations, an outstanding achievement for two titles celebrating their 10th anniversaries. To date, Grand Theft Auto V has sold in approximately 190 million units.
God
Grand Theft Auto
dang!
Online experienced continued momentum due to the rollout of new gameplay and items from the San Andreas Mercenaries update, with new seasonal events, vehicles, modes, clothes, and weapons driving sustained engagement and net bookings.
190.
Our GTA Plus membership program continued to grow, and we're deepening our relationships with our player communities through new offerings, which now include access to a rotating assortment of classic Rockstar Games titles.
Games that we should get for free.
During the quarter, Rockstar
for
Games announced that Citizen FX, the team behind the FiveM and Red M role-playing communities for Grand Theft Auto V and Red Dead Redemption 2, officially joined the label. With their immense passion and creativity, Citizen FX has been pivotal in expanding the possibilities of user-generated content around Rockstar's leading titles. We're excited to see them continue to build these creative communities and help them thrive into the future. We're also thrilled by today's announcement from Rockstar Games founder Sam Houser that the eagerly anticipated first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto will be revealed this coming December. As the label approaches its 25th anniversary next month, we congratulate Rockstar Games on their constant innovation in the pursuit of the highest quality interactive entertainment. Red Dead Redemption 2 surpassed our plans and has sold in more than 57 million units to date. Rockstar Games continues to support Red Dead Online with new content, including bonuses for the Naturalist and Bounty Hunters, and new free roam missions and events. In addition, Rockstar Games expanded the audience for the franchise with the launch of Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. On September 8th, 2K and Visual Concepts once again redefined the #1 NBA simulation experience in our industry with the successful worldwide launch of NBA 2K24. With exciting new features and next-generation enhancements, the title is off to a great start, and to date has sold in over 4.5 million units.
Luis, you should have bought months
NBA 2K24
ago,
features new season pass options that provide players
with
the
the opportunity
to earn even more rewards, as well as a new seasonal progression that tracks and combines my career and my team into one linear reward system. Engagement has been phenomenal, with season pass and virtual currency bookings exceeding our plans and driving double-digit growth in ARPU compared to NBA 2K23. Our franchise extensions continue to perform extremely well, including NBA 2K Mobile, NBA 2K Online in China, and the recently launched NBA 2K24 Arcade Edition on Apple Arcade. I'd like to thank 2K and Visual Concepts for continuing to bring innovation, and creativity consistently to our beloved franchise. 2K continued to support LEGO 2K Drive with its second Drive Pass season and the Creators Hub, and
LEGO
PGA Tour
2K
2K23 with additional pros and gear. In addition, the label harnessed the power of our industry-leading catalog with the launch of the Borderlands Collection Pandora's Box, which bundles together all 6 acclaimed Borderlands games and their previously released add-on content into a single offering at an amazing value. We have great respect for the team at Gearbox, and we value deeply our long-term relationship. Zynga once again delivered solid results during the quarter, and we remain pleased with its ongoing performance. We continue to benefit from Zynga's ability to create engaging new games, which is a distinguishing capability of our mobile business. For example, Rollic successfully launched Power Slap, based on the world's first regulated and sanctioned slap fighting promotion. The title is highly entertaining and to date has experienced more than 1 billion slaps across training and matches.
Daniel, I think it'll be sooner than that. I think
this new
PS4 is
mobile
going
game,
down
Rollic
within a
has
year.
now had 22 titles reach the number 1 or 2 spot in the U.S. Apple App Store. We'd like to thank the entire team over at TKO, including Ari Emanuel and Dana White, for their strong partnership, as well as our colleagues at Rollic, who created this title from inception to release in just 8 weeks. Zynga also recently launched Top Troops and Match Factory, both of which delivered excellent KPIs in soft launch and appear to have strong long-term potential for our portfolio. And Star Wars Hunters continues to hit important milestones as we approach its planned release date in calendar 2024. Carl will discuss these titles in greater detail. Other highlights from our mobile business this quarter include our advertising bookings grew year over year, driven by the addition of Popcore, contributions from strategic partnerships, and our efforts to increase ad inventory in many live games. We continue to make excellent progress in our profitability initiatives, including expanding the number of mobile games that leverage our direct-to-consumer platform.
The most evil equation
ever. Additional
ever.
players, we're gaining new insights that we believe will better serve our players' preferences. We remain optimistic that over the next few years, most of our mobile games will leverage this highly accretive owned distribution channel. In addition, we continue to enhance the profitability and performance of our hyper-casual business, with multiple new games scaling rapidly and several games generating revenue from in-app purchases in addition to ads. Our live games portfolio also continued to deliver. Social Casino maintained steady performance coming off a great first quarter, driven by new bold beat features, which drove strong results, particularly in Zynga Poker. Additionally, we implemented new updates and events across many games, including Top 11 and Dragon City, which drove audience growth as well as increased engagement in core systems, leading to better retention and monetization. We stand at an exciting time in our company's history, with numerous growth opportunities ahead of us. As we deliver on our strategic priorities, we have the potential to create unparalleled entertainment experiences, engage broader audiences throughout the world, and ultimately enhance our scale and margin profile. I'd like to thank all of you for your continued support.
That's big.
And we look forward to delivering our next phase of growth. I'll now turn the call over to Carl.
7%.
Thanks, Strauss. I'd like to thank our teams for delivering another strong quarter and adding to the ongoing positive momentum of our business. I'll now turn to our recent and upcoming launches for fiscal 2024 and beyond. On October 3rd, Zynga's Social Point Studio successfully launched Top Troops, a new mobile game that blends
410
strategy,
million units
and
for the
merge
franchise.
mechanics to create a thrilling medieval fantasy adventure of combat and conquest. This marked the studio's first worldwide launch under Zynga following our combination last year. The game has seen positive player reception with an average rating of 4.38 on Google Play and 4.5 on the Apple App Store. Engagement has also been fantastic, with over 2 million hours played and over 70 million battles fought since its worldwide launch date. 2K and Gearbox Software expanded the audience of our beloved Borderlands franchise with the October 6th release of Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition for Nintendo Switch. The game now allows players to make some mayhem at home or on the go in a thrilling high-stakes adventure filled with genre-defining shooter-looter action. On October 20th, 2K and Visual Concepts launched the WWE 2K23 Bad Bunny Edition across all platforms,
Bad Bunny.
Global phenomenon Bad Bunny is featured on the cover of the edition, which also includes a new playable version of his in-game character wearing the apparel that he wore at WWE's Backlash 2023 live event.
Oh, God.
Zynga's Peak Game Studio, the makers of Toon Blast and Toy Blast, released Match Factory, a new puzzle game for mobile where players connect identical items, sort tiles, and clear the board in a mesmerizing 3D environment. In soft launch, we observed strong engagement and monetization metrics, as well as very positive player response as indicated by App Store review scores, which gives us optimism about the long-term potential for this new mobile title. Private Division has several exciting releases planned for
Bad
this
Bunny is
fiscal
Bay.
year. On November 28th, Roll7 will release their critically acclaimed and wildly imaginative third-person shooter skater, Rollerdrome, for Xbox Series X and S and PC, as well as Xbox Game Pass for both platforms. Also during the fourth quarter, Evening Star, founded by the industry veterans behind Sonic Mania, will launch Penny's Big Breakaway, a kinetic yo-yo 3D platformer for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S,
All
Nintendo
these
Switch,
Zynga games.
and PC. 2K and Visual Concepts are hard at work on WWE 2K24, the next installment of our popular wrestling series, which will launch during the fourth quarter. Looking ahead, we continue to see great engagement and feedback from audiences enjoying Star Wars Hunters in soft launch across multiple
GTA
territories.
does not
There are several
need a
exciting new
season
elements
pass.
that we are working hard to get into the game, causing us to move the title's worldwide launch window to calendar 2024. Private Division is working with Weta Workshop on Tales of the Shire, a game set in the Middle-earth universe and inspired by the books of J.R.R. Tolkien. The team recently released a teaser trailer showing fans a glimpse of the project, which is planned for release in calendar 2024 during our fiscal year 2025. Also, Zynga plans to globally launch Game of Thrones Legends, an all-new RPG puzzle-oriented mobile title.
Puzzle?
In addition to our full game releases, our
Who
labels
is
will
who
continue
is
to
buying
provide
this shit?
New content and
Who is
experiences that
buying and
drive
playing this shit,
engagement
honestly?
and recurrent consumer spending across many of our key offerings. Our hyper-casual studios
Oh,
plan
Titan,
to
they
release a
do
steady
season
cadence of mobile
passes.
titles for games that have the potential
Red Dead
for
already's got it.
enhanced
Red Dead
retention
has it. It's
and a mix of
basically their
in-app
version of a
purchases
season pass.
and advertising to drive higher monetization and profitability.
Luis, you're part of the problem.
Looking at the balance of this fiscal year and beyond, we are highly optimistic about what we believe to be the strongest and most exciting development pipeline in our company's history. And I'll turn the call over to Lane.
I hate you guys.
Thanks, Carl. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'll discuss the key highlights from our second quarter before reviewing our financial outlook for the full year and third quarter of fiscal 2024. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release. We delivered another great quarter, which demonstrates the enduring strength of our catalog, our ability to deliver deeply engaging post-launch content, and our commitment to disciplined execution. At the same time, our teams continue to make excellent progress advancing our development pipeline, which gives us confidence in our multi-year growth trajectory. I'd like to
Look how
thank our
much
incredible
mobile's
teams
growing.
worldwide
Look
for
at
their
that.
hard work and passion for our business. Now moving on to our results. We achieved net bookings of $1.44 billion, which was at the high end of our guidance range. Our performance reflects better than expected results from Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Redemption 2.
What do you mean better than
During the quarter,
expected?
we released NBA 2K24, Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare for Switch and PlayStation 4, Borderlands Collection, Pandora's Box, and Power Slap. Recurrent consumer spending declined 7% for the period, which was in line with our outlook and accounted for 78% of net bookings. GAAP net revenue decreased 7% to $1.3 billion, while cost of revenue increased 24% to $884 million, driven by an impairment charge of $220 million and $190 million of amortization of acquired intangibles. Operating expenses increased by 3% to $959 million and included $165 million of goodwill impairment, representing a partial impairment of one of our reporting units. On a management basis, operating expenses were flat year over year, which is favorable to our guidance. This was driven by lower marketing expenditures, some of which shifted to later this year. Turning to our guidance, I'll begin with our full fiscal year expectations. As Strauss mentioned, we are reiterating our net bookings outlook range of $5.45 to $5.55 billion.
The largest contributors to net bookings are planned to be NBA 2K, Grand Theft Auto Online, and Grand Theft Auto 5, our hyper-casual mobile portfolio, Empires & Puzzles, Toon Blast, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, Words with Friends, Merged Dragons, and Zynga Poker. We expect the net bookings breakdown from our labels to be roughly 49% Zynga, 31% 2K, 18% Rockstar Games, and 2% other. And we forecast our geographic net booking split to be about 65% United States and 35% international. We are projecting recurrent consumer spending growth of 4% compared to fiscal 2023.
Wow,
which
that's big.
assumes an increase for NBA 2K as well as Zynga, since we will own the business for a full 12 months this year. For Grand Theft Auto Online, virtual currency, and GTA Plus membership is expected to be flat. RCS is expected to represent 78% of net bookings. We plan to generate approximately $100 million in non-GAAP adjusted unrestricted operating cash flow and to deploy approximately $150 million for capital expenditures, primarily to support our office build-outs and larger footprint. We continue to forecast GAAP net revenue to range from $5.37 to $5.47 billion. Our total operating expenses are now planned to range from $3.53 to $3.55 billion as compared to $3.45 billion last year. On a management basis, we continue to expect operating expense growth of approximately 14% year over year due to a full year of Zynga, an increase in personnel and marketing expenses, and higher depreciation of office build-outs and capitalized IT expenses, which are being partially offset by the realization of synergies from our combination with Zynga and savings from our cost reduction program. We remain vigilant in our efforts to optimize our cost structure and reduce discretionary costs where possible, while still investing for growth.
Oh, that's big. Look at their EBITDA.
Now moving on to our guidance for the fiscal third quarter. We project net bookings to range from $1.3 to $1.35 billion compared to $1.4 billion
their EBITDA is going to be going up
last year. Our release slate for the quarter includes
95
two
to
mobile titles, Top
160.
Troops and Match Factory, as well as Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition, all of which have been released. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K, Grand Theft Auto Online, and Grand Theft Auto 5, our hyper-casual mobile portfolio, Empires & Puzzles, Toon Blast, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, Words with Friends, Merged Dragons, and Zynga Poker. We project recurrent consumer spending to decrease by approximately 5%, which assumes a modest decline in our mobile business, which is being partially offset by expected growth in NBA 2K. For Grand Theft Auto Online, virtual currency and GTA Plus membership is expected to be up. We project GAAP net revenue to range from $1.29 to $1.34 billion. Operating expenses are planned to range from $826 to $836 million. On a management basis, operating expenses are expected to grow by approximately 7% year over year, driven by higher personnel and depreciation expenses, which are being partially offset by the Zynga synergies and our cost savings initiative.
Look at their EBITDA projection right there, 95.
In closing, there are many exciting upcoming catalysts that we believe will enable our company to achieve new record levels of financial performance. Powered by our incredible talent, we believe that our projects in development will set new standards for creativity and engagement in our industry, while also significantly enhancing our financial profile. We'd like to thank all our stakeholders for being on this journey with us, and we can't wait to share more details with you. Thank you. I'll now turn the call back to Seth.
Thanks, Lainey and Carl. On behalf of our entire management team, I'd like to thank our colleagues for enabling us to achieve our goals and to deliver another strong quarter. And to our shareholders, I want to express our appreciation for your continued support. We'll now take your questions. Operator?
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad, and a confirmation tone will indicate your line is in the question queue. You may press star 2 if you would like to remove your question from the queue. For participants using speaker equipment, it may be necessary to pick up your handset before pressing the star keys. And our first question comes from the line of Andrew Yerkowitz with Jefferies. Please proceed.
Great. Thank you for taking my questions. The first one, and I just have one follow-up. The first one, in last quarter, you reiterated your fiscal 26 and 25 and 26 guidance. I think you announced, Sam Hauser mentioned we'll get a trailer for Grand Theft Auto, I think, in December. How are you feeling about those 2 years, and any reason why you didn't mention those 2 years in the reiteration of guidance?
Due to shifts in our pipeline, our expectations are that net bookings will now be below $8 billion, but not materially. So it really isn't a big change, and we expect growth in 26 as well.
Got it. Thank you. And then kind of just turn into high level question. The acquisition of
the reason why is because they're delaying the
interesting,
game. That's why.
In that it could allow you guys to maybe learn more about user-generated content and find ways to monetize that and expand your audience. Well, what's the broader thought of making an acquisition like that and how it fits in, not just with Grand Theft Auto, but maybe the company as a whole?
Good question.
We're really excited about it. I mean, to be clear, this is a small economic opportunity right now and a small cost to us. We want to be where the consumer is. And what's going on in role-playing and really in two ways. Number one, the people who are actually playing role-playing servers, and number two, the people who are watching what they're doing on Twitch. Both are really interesting. The actual people playing is a relatively modest audience. It's in the hundreds of thousands. But the people watching, that's a huge audience.
Yeah.
And we're interested in, first of all, making sure that our intellectual property is protected. We're also really interested in meeting the consumer where the consumer is. And for certain consumers, botting is a really important activity.
So I'm nervous to call.
You know, people are consuming our intellectual property. We would like to monetize it if we can. We think this gives us an opportunity to do all of the above.
Got it. Thank you.
Our next question comes from the line of Eric Handler with Roth MKM. Please proceed.
Good afternoon. Thanks for the question. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what you're seeing with players who are engaged with GTA Plus. Are they, are there different, how they interact with the game versus
they're virgins,
not a subscriber?
We don't see materially.
Yeah, he doesn't know that
different behavior. We think it's a great addition. We're thrilled to engage with our consumers in this way. It's a learning experience, but it's also gratifying that GTA Plus continues to grow and be more and more relevant to more and more consumers.
Great. And then, Lainey, maybe you can just do a quick clarification. At least on a GAAP basis, advertising was down. Is there a difference between GAAP revenue for advertising and advertising bookings?
Yes, there's in the GAAP there is some deferral of some of the advertising, so that's the
heads I
difference
call,
between
tails
being
I don't.
up in the quarter versus the GAAP showing flat.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Our next question comes from the line of Doug Creutz with TD Cowen. Please proceed.
Hey, thanks. Just wondering if you could give any more color on the write-down you took in the quarter. I'm guessing that had to do with some of your mobile assets, but whatever other color you can give on that would be helpful.
The next available operator will be with you momentarily.
Sure. We recorded an impairment charge of $220 million related to intangible assets and $165 million of goodwill, representing a partial impairment of one of our reporting units. And this is as a result of an updated long-term projection for that reporting unit. But we're not giving any more details other than that.
Tylarious LLC.
Okay, thank you.
Tylarious, Tylarious.
With Raymond James. Please proceed.
Thanks for taking my question.
Thank you.
Over the last couple of weeks and months, that trying out some different additions of content for GTA Plus subs, thinking about the trilogies in particular. I guess kind of what learnings have you had from the different types of content included in the subscription and how it drives uptake?
That's the kind of detail that we typically leave to our labels, so we probably don't have much more to add today except what I said earlier, which is we're thrilled that Rockstar is offering a subscription to avid consumers, and we think it bodes really well for the future.
I appreciate that. And then one more, if I could. Heard a lot about some of the coming titles in mobile, kind of a greater prominence of licensed IP with things like Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. just any difference in thinking as to the value of licensed IP on mobile versus console and PC? Thank you.
So this is Carl. The fact is we do value both. Both can be very, very valuable. Obviously, owning the IP in any context and also in mobile, the margin potential is much higher because you own it full and outright. Obviously, with licensed IP, you have to pay royalties. But the mobile market is tough to break new IP. It's tough to get attention. And it's undoubted. You can't argue with the fact that having a known brand out there is a way for you to get attention. So it's a give and take. I would say our perspective hasn't changed. In a perfect world, we would focus exclusively on owned IP. But the truth is when we see a good license that we think we have a great idea for a game for, and the Zynga folks want to take it to market, then that's something that we're going to continue to pursue.
All right, much appreciated. Thank you.
Our next question comes from the line of Eric Sheridan with Goldman Sachs. Please proceed.
Thank you so much for taking the question. Maybe one bigger picture one first for Strauss. You've seen a lot of media inflation and increases in subscription prices broadly in the media landscape. How do you think about striking the balance between pricing and attracting a wider array of audience when you think about the content pipeline you're going to bring to market over the next couple of years to capture the right mix between those two dynamics? And then second question would be, are there any guardrails we should be keeping in mind in terms of the evolution of the DTC platform and what pace or cadence that might continue to evolve as a percentage of the mix? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to, you don't want to generalize to our business too much from what's gone on in linear entertainment, because the increase in subscription pricing in linear entertainment is really a reflection of the fact that too many streaming services were underpricing to acquire customers, and then they realized those customers were not durable and the LTVs were upside down. So they were basically adjusting their pricing to make sure that the LTVs are potentially positive, and I think there's still more pain to come for some of those services, and I can wax eloquent if you want, although it has nothing to do with our business. In terms of pricing for any entertainment property, basically the algorithm is the value of the expected entertainment usage, which is to say that the per hour value times the number of expected hours plus the terminal value that's perceived by the customer in ownership if the title is actually owned, not, say, rented or subscribed to. And you'll see that bears out in every kind of entertainment vehicle. By that standard, our frontline prices are still very, very low because we offer many hours of engagement. The value of the engagement is very high. So, I think the industry as a whole offers a terrific price to value opportunity for consumers. That doesn't necessarily mean that the industry has pricing power or wants to have pricing power. However, there is a great deal of value offered. And look, it's our strategy here to deliver much more value than what we charge consumers. It's always been our strategy here. We want to make sure the experience is first class, and the nature of the experience is not just the quality of what we offer, it's also what you pay for it. Everyone knows that anecdotally. So that's how we look at it. There have been precious few price increases in the business. The price increase, for example, to $70 for certain frontline products was the first price increase in many years after many generations. So again, I think we offer a terrific value to consumers. On the second question regarding the direct-to-consumer platform, we think there continues to be a great deal of upside there. Again, for consumers and also for our margins. It's still a relatively small part of our business. There's a great opportunity for growth. To be clear, we will always work with third-party retailers. We want to be where the consumer is. We value our third-party retailer relationships. They do provide marketing support. That's important to us. There are times when consumers want to have a direct relationship. We can do both. We can do all the above. It is not our strategy to bring everything in-house.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from the line of Drew Crum with Stifel. Please proceed.
Okay, thanks. Hey, guys, good afternoon. So, Strauss, you mentioned that the business is well positioned for the holiday season. What's driving that confidence, and how would you assess the health of your consumer? And then
GTA 6 is driving that comp. Come on.
Change to RCS, but what's behind the adjustment to that figure for the second half, given your fiscal 2Q was in line? It looks like, just based on the commentary around the net bookings mix at Zynga, but just want to confirm that. Thanks.
So speaking to the confidence of our holiday season, I think it's the strength of our catalog and the strength of our products. And a lot of our releases are must-have releases. And anytime you're heading into a holiday season, and I think everyone around the table and on the phone is hopeful that we're going to have a very strong hardware season this year, we do have a lot of titles that we think are sort of go-to titles for people to engage with. And also, we're also riffing off of the results that we've had to date, which are very strong. So the momentum feels positive. We've got a great lineup in place, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty good holiday season from a consumer perspective, particularly in the gaming space.
And for the RCS, the main driver is the reduction in Zynga's business for the remainder of the year. So we reforecasted some of our titles, including a more muted expectation for the holiday based on the current trends. And we're also continuing to focus on profitability and hyper-casual, which is reducing our top line but enhancing our margins. And then there's also some shifts in the pipeline, including Star Wars Hunters.
Yeah, helpful. Thanks, guys.
Our next question comes from the line of Omar Dessouky with Bank of America. Please proceed.
Hi, thanks so much for taking the question. I just wanted to get a little bit of clarification on what you said about shifts in your pipeline causing your fiscal 25 guide to
mobile
be
games
not materially below $8 billion. Is that because of shifts in your very largest AAA games in the pipeline, your smaller AAA games in the pipeline, or your mobile games? If you could provide some clarity on that, I'd appreciate it. Then I have a follow-up. Thanks.
Yeah, we haven't even issued initial guidance for the year. We do that in the spring of the new year, and that's when we'll give a lot more specificity around the release schedule. However, I want to reiterate, we are going to be shy of $8 billion in fiscal 25, but not materially so.
Okay. All right. No problem. So then the other question is, obviously super happy to see Sam Houser's message about the Grand Theft Auto 6, next Grand Theft Auto trailer coming soon. On September 26th,
they're going to strike?
The SAG-AFTRA voted to approve strike authorization for video game performers covered under the union's interactive media agreement. Now, they haven't actually striked yet, but there are negotiations, and I wanted to know whether, if voice actors and motion capture actors were to go on strike, would it slow down the production of the next
GTA 6 2030
at Rockstar? Does Rockstar have the type of employment contracts that would allow the workers, the actors, to work through a strike?
Negotiations are expected to resume next week. We're optimistic. We value all of our talent greatly, and we value excellent labor relations, and we're looking forward to reaching an agreement that serves everyone well. That's always been my approach. I've been involved with labor negotiations in every entertainment industry there is in my career, and they've always worked out just fine. In the event that they don't work out just fine, now we are completely protected.
Thank you.
Completely protected.
Our next question comes from the line of Mike Hickey with Benchmark. Please proceed.
Hey, Strauss, Carlini, Nicole, great quarter, guys. Thanks for taking my questions. Two questions. The first one, Strauss, I'd be curious sort of your updated thoughts on AI here. It seems
AI
like
is going to be taking over, dude. They better start charging less for the games.
Accelerating, and some of the use cases that we're seeing in terms of product and productivity seem fairly remarkable. So just curious what you're thinking there, if that's different or not. And then the second question, on the trailer in early December, curious what sort of impact you think that might have on other Rockstar catalog product. Obviously, it's already been strong. I'm curious if that would be a catalyst boost for your catalog. And then curious on Grand Theft Auto Online, what the sort of the strategic value of that live service, given the vitality it has into the release of GTA Next. Obviously, that's a setup you haven't experienced before. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Mike. Look, we've been in the AI business since the dawn of this industry. Our entertainment properties are created largely in and by computers, and we value tools, and we create those tools internally, and we license external
That's what he means by protection. They go on strike, we got
the new
AI, we're
developments in
protected.
AI are really exciting, and I've said publicly and repeatedly that I believe that they'll help create efficiency and in certain instances allow us to do things that we haven't been able to do before. But it's going to allow that for our competitors as well. So I think the tool sets that come out of these recent developments will be commoditized quickly, and the efficiencies that we see, others will see. Do I think that generative AI is going to make hit games? No. Do I think that the need for creative people will go away? Absolutely not. I think if anything, better tool sets just raise the bar. They give us the opportunity to do more and do better. So the changes will be menial work probably is reduced or eliminated. High-level work is enhanced in importance. So I think you'll see shifts in what we can do with our games. So you mentioned product. I think you'll see some shifts in product, positive ones, I hope. And you mentioned productivity, and I think you will for sure see some shifts in productivity, but I'm not sure those shifts will drop to the bottom line, because typically when we've generated productivity with tool sets, we've just set our sights higher. And that's our story. Our strategy is to be the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the business, and AI, I think, probably ticks all three boxes. But don't expect the price tags to go down. Just expect everything to get better.
What?
And competition probably becomes more intense.
It's cheaper and easier for us to do it, but don't think the price is going to go down.
Able to avail themselves of the resources that we can afford.
Straight gangsters.
With regard to
gangsters.
The expected trailer that Sam Hauser posted about today, we're as excited as anyone else. Do I think there'll be an impact on our catalog revenue? Potentially. Things are already going really well in that space. And with regard to GTA Online, I mean, it's what an amazing story that here we are 10 years later after the initial release, and GTA Online is going strong. Why is it going strong? Because it's phenomenal and because Rockstar continues to supply content and updates and engage consumers and entertain them more effectively than, frankly, anyone else in the business. As long as we keep doing that, we'll be very well positioned indeed.
I'm in the queue. I just got the comm from. I'm in the queue.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, if you would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. And our next question comes from the line of Clay Griffin with MoffettNathanson. Please proceed.
Yeah, thanks. Good evening. I couldn't help but notice that Nintendo announced a live-action film, Zelda film. I know Strauss, I know this question comes up all the time, but I guess maybe I'll pose it this way. What's your relative willingness, and perhaps even Rockstar's willingness, to partner and find ways to extend Red Dead Redemption IP, Grand Theft Auto IP, just because it has been so successful from a narrative perspective? Just wanted to get your updated thoughts on that. Thanks.
They're never going to make it. Well, they should, but they're never going to do it. They're holding out for the right price.
If we were willing to use the company, if we were willing to use the company's balance sheet to make a movie or a television show, then in the event of great success, we would benefit from it. But we're not prepared to use the company's balance sheet that way because the risk-reward profile is unappealing to us. Those are very difficult businesses. I've been in them successfully. They're super challenging. They're not what we do. We much prefer the risk-reward profile of the business we're in. So that means that the only way we can be in that business is through a licensed arrangement with a third party. And, let's put it in context. Mattel announced, they said, that their profits, expected profits from licensing the Barbie IP for a movie would be about $125 million. Now, Barbie is a massive, massive hit. It's an extraordinary hit. So you don't want to posit a massive
I mean, he's right.
hit
Barbie
and,
reaches more of an audience than Grand Theft Auto does.
Even in a really good news scenario, the license fees would be a fraction thereof for many of our properties. Not really enough to be meaningful here. And, we have to weigh that, too, against the risk of failure. And the hit ratios in the motion picture business are vastly lower than they are in the interactive entertainment business. Our hit ratios for console properties here in the 80s or 90%. The hit ratio for a well-run movie studio is around 30%, which is to say there's a 70% chance that, the movie that we license could fail. And so in success, the number, in terms of the benefit to our bottom line is, it's not de minimis, it's not zero, but it's not really material to what we do around here. And in failure, we run the risk of compromising the underlying intellectual property. So it's a high bar. We have licensed 2 properties. We've licensed Borderlands to Lionsgate. There's a picture coming. We've licensed BioShock. We're looking forward to that as well. And we have other titles in discussions, and not anything ready to announce. But we're going to be very, very selective and very careful.
Makes sense. Thanks.
And our next question comes from the line of Brian Fitzgerald with Wells Fargo. Please proceed.
Thanks, Strauss. We've been seeing more discussion of intrinsic in-game advertising.
This is kind of like the missed opportunity for
monetization. It seems like brand advertisers are getting more and more comfortable with in-game advertising. What are your thoughts on the broader opportunity there, beyond mobile, beyond games within games, and maybe as well as your outlook for Take2's own ad business and how that evolves?
We're going to see this a lot more. We're going to see in-game advertising a lot more.
You understand what we're already doing in mobile, so I don't think you want me to cover that. You alluded to that. With regard to console titles, we have advertising when it makes sense creatively and feels organic to the title. So, for example, in NBA, if you go to a basketball game, you're going to see advertising in the arena. So it's perfectly reasonable to see the same kind of advertising in our game. But we're not going to do product placement where it's inappropriate so that we can create a small amount of revenue. First of all, the numbers aren't huge. But secondly, anything that we do that takes a consumer out of the experience is problematic. So years ago, and I don't mean to take a pot shot, but I'll do it anyhow. Years ago, there was a Bond movie, and James Bond, everyone knows he only drives an Aston Martin. He's only ever driven an Aston Martin. I don't know which iteration it was, but there was one iteration where they clearly made a deal with BMW, and all the cars in the movie were BMW.
This is a good point.
And look, it ruined the movie for me. Because to me, every time I saw BMW, I was like, wow, look, a little bit of product placement right there, a little bit of an advertisement. That's a disaster. So it's perfectly fine in basketball. It's perfectly fine in WWE. It's not perfectly fine in a title where advertising doesn't fit. As a result, I don't think you should expect that the numbers will be really material, although, again, we do have an advertising business when it makes sense. That's completely separate, again, at the risk of being repetitive, from the mobile advertising business. That's a growth category for us. Our mobile advertising was up year over year. We feel really good about that.
Damn.
Thanks, Joe.
Not going to get through.
I think those are all the questions we have.
Damn, I got the confirmation
too,
man. I had some good questions.
For everyone joining us today. We're thrilled with the results, and the results are driven by the creativity and passion and commitment of our colleagues, all 12,500 of them all around the world. They work really hard every day, and we get to talk about it.
He made a good point about the product placement, but
the work is done.
Listen, it may have ruined the movie for him, but it didn't ruin the movie for nobody else. I believe that.
This is a company of great commitment to our strategy of creativity, innovation, and efficiency. And we have a culture of ambition, hard work, excellence seeking, and kindness. And I'm really proud of that. This is a really unusual place. If we pursue our strategy,
I know. I got the confirmation though. I was in the queue
over and over again to do well.
How'd you like the name though, Mark Dusky?
We feel very optimistic about the future. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
That concludes today's conference. You may
Hilarious.
disconnect your lines at this time. Thank you for your participation.
All right. So I mean, a lot of good information. It's I say a lot of good information. It's really just good to hear the questions towards the end right there. That's the key thing. The numbers are, you know, these are they're pretty much what they were before. They actually had a few slight reductions in some of their projections, and they've made some adjustments going forward for the next for their next report. But they've also had some increases as well. So, you know, overall, I mean, when you're talking about making $8 billion, you know, you could be off by $1 billion and it's still a good day. It's still a good day. You know what I mean? Not many companies can be like, oh yeah, we're off by $1 billion, you know, that. But still, we're talking hundreds readjusting. GTA 6 goes one of two ways. The very first month, it is going to blow all records out of the water. But after that first month, we're going to start to understand what the game really is. And they're still going to make money. They're going to make money hand over fist. But the first 3 months, the first quarter of that game being out is going to tell us everything we need to know for the next 10 years. Because let's be honest, the game will be around for about 10 years. It's going to tell us everything we need to know about the next 10 years. So if they are too predatory with their monetization, if they're too aggressive with monetization, the audience is going to see that. We are tapped out, man. You're nickel and diming us for everything. For everything. That's why I'm such a staunch, opponent, I guess you could say. Such a staunch opponent of GTA Plus, because they have taken away things that we used to get for free and that were hidden behind in-game challenges, and now we got to pay for them. And people are like, oh, it's only $6, it's my money. But you're playing checkers. You're not playing chess. You're not seeing that they're taking away content that we normally had, that we already have. Right? It was already in the game. They're taking away content and they're putting it behind a paywall. That is predatory. That's way too aggressive. That's not the way that gaming needs to go. Gaming is a sacred thing, right? This is where we come to have this is therapy for a lot of people. This is where we interact. It's where we mingle. It's where we can decompress. We can have fun. We can be challenged. We can role play if we want, all in the safety of our own little office, our own little game room. And we don't have to worry about, adverts popping, blah, 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 this and that. Everyone's trying to sell you something. And when I log into my game, I'm chill. I'm straight. I'm good to go. So it's like, dude, enough with it. Stop. You're going to be making $8 billion just on this game, on standard shark cards, on the game being bought. I mean, that's good enough to last you for the life of the game. You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, man. Like, somewhere, and I get it, I'm a capitalist. And that's the name of the game. They keep on, and you heard it from the man's mouth. He was like, don't expect the price tag to go down. Expect the quality to go up. Well, history would tell us that's not the case. History tells us the price goes up, but the quality has been going down. AI is going to further. Now, AI might make the quality go up a little bit. It's going to level out. It's going to level out because you have to have a human element somewhere. It's just not going to resonate. You know what I mean? So if it's easier for you, if you are now employing less people, if it's easier and faster for you, that's why they don't want to sell discs. It's cheaper and more efficient for them to just sell you a digital the price didn't go down. They are spending less on getting the game to you, right? I don't have to buy 10 million discs and have a company put my game on there and then the CD case and then get it to the stores, right? So it's more efficient for them, which is fine. But why is the game pricing going up? It's going to be the same exact thing. It's going to be the same exact thing with AI. Less money going out to the people that, the actors and this and that. The devs, their work will be. This is like the new. I remember back in like the 80s and the 70s, or the 70s and 80s, and you had like all the manufacturing jobs were starting to go overseas. And then in the 90s, computers started taking everybody's jobs away, right? You can do everything on a computer now. So a lot of jobs got reduced and taken away or outsourced because of that, not because of also cheap labor. What do you think is going to happen? What I mean, look what's happening to GameStop, right? Companies like that. Look what Blockbuster. We're going to see the same exact thing happen with gaming. It's going to be more efficient and cheaper for the companies, but we're going to get the same quality, but at an even higher price. They're going to say, hey, because we've got AI doing this now, it's a perceived better value. It is a perceived quality enhancement. So we're going to charge you for that, even though there is no actual tangible data or information saying that the efficiency is going to relate to quality. There's no data on that as of right now. For some industries there is, but as of for gaming, not right now. For movies, not right now. You know what I mean? So it's just not going to be. Oh, sugar! I get it, Sugar Daddy. I get it. I totally get it, man. Trust me, I know. You know what I mean? You know what, Squirrel? I'm not even sure they're going to be able to up the visual quality because, again, they're going to reach a plateau. It's the average consumer is not going to be able to afford a gaming rig that will be able to play those enhanced graphics. They're going to go at a level so high, and the way things are looking, the way that all these, governments and big multinational companies are buying up all of these GPUs. Everybody is buying GPUs now. Back in the day, it was the CPUs. Now nobody really. It's what CPUs are a dime a dozen now. It's going to take probably 30 years, maybe not that long, maybe 20 years before GPUs are scaled to where they're like CPU, where it's like, so whatever. But, I just don't see, even in 20 years, I don't see that happening. It would probably take that long. And does this make sense what I'm saying? Does it make sense what I'm talking about? Does this make sense to you guys? Or is it like, do you think I'm crazy? Is this going over your head? I mean, what do you guys think? Is this, what are your thoughts on what I'm talking about here? What do you guys think? I think I'm pretty head on or pretty dead on with what I'm talking about on this in particular, regarding the future of gaming. I think I have a pretty good understanding of it, but who knows, right? I'm just some shitty GTA Online YouTuber, right? Yeah, RTX 4090 costs $1,600. How much do you think a 5090 is going to cost? And the 50 series is not even expected to be released until fall of 2025. Maybe even later. Benny, you are confused. I apologize about that. Squirrel, yeah. True. Well, Squirrel, we've also seen a trend of low quality visuals. A lot of people, think about BattleBit. Think about Minecraft. Think about Fortnite. These aren't visually stunning games. They're just oversaturated in color. And, think about Minecraft. So there's also a trend in that as well. But Cameron, don't you see the problem in that you're basically cutting off your nose to spite your face with that? Let's put all the money into a high performance game, but then let's sell it to someone who can't get the value out of it. They're going to be selling you a game for $120 that has 4K, 8K, but now you're paying $120 to play it on a 1080p. That's not gonna equal up. You know what I mean? I see what you're saying, but that's just not gonna, nobody wants to spend $120 on a game that can give you, the higher quality, and then you're playing it and you're not getting that perceived value. 1080p, you peasant! Stop it, fool! Stop it! That's a valid question. That's definitely a valid question. The industry kind of banked on like 3D and shit like that, but that didn't. I'm not going to say the gaming industry, but like the entertainment industry kind of went towards that. But no, they tried to go with the TVs and movies. It just didn't stick. It's kind of like VR for video games. The game. That's a great way to analogize this. The game. They kind of went full force, right? There was a lot of like buzz, but then the actual applicability of VR just didn't resonate. It just didn't hit home with too many consumers, most people were just playing low quality dumb games, and there's no retention. There's nobody's staying with it. You know what I mean? It's not until you can turn your whole entire office into that virtual room will it make sense. You know what I mean? So Daniel, well, I will be more than happy to allow you to vicariously live through me in my GTA 6 experience. But you know you're going to get it, Daniel. You know you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? LS, yes. They're opening the plant in Arizona. Nvidia is opening a plant in Ohio outside of Columbus. They've already broke ground. It's like a $4 billion plant. That's not going to make listen. That is going to be literally that might help 10%, 15%. You know what I mean? Jack, let's talk COD zombies doing better than GTA 6. Jack, listen, the COD community will destroy zombies. GTA doesn't have to worry about it. They will destroy that themselves. They'll destroy that themselves. You know what I mean? Just leave it up to the COD community. This is the COD community. We hate the current game we have. They hear about a new game. Oh, we love that one. It comes out. We hate the current game. We hear about a new one. We love that one. It comes out. We hate the. That's just all it is. It's all it is. That's exactly what it is. You know, GTA 6. The COD fans and GTA fans could not be more different. Even though I think there's a lot of overlap, they are extremely different. They're not the same kind of fan base. They're not. They're not. Michael, a quick rundown. They talked about some of their numbers over here. They're expanding more in mobile than anything really. They had to adjust some of their outlook, but it's really just semantics. The big thing you want to look at is EBITDA. Don't get me started on EBITDA. EBITDA the best way to give you an idea of what EBITDA means and what it is. It's basically a scam. Listen to what I'm saying. All companies use EBITDA now as a way to evaluate themselves, and it's they use tactics they use methods that were seen as illegal for a long time, but not anymore. So, but their EBITDA has gone up a good amount. So that's a telltale sign right there. If you're in business, if you know what EBITDA is, you understand what I'm talking about. It is a very shady tactic to use in a way to evaluate your company and to make it basically tells the business world how, what your company is worth, what the valuation of it is, how much you're going to be making. But there's a lot of shady things that go into it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's all good. But that is a way to kind of get an idea of what's going on. But their EBITDA did go up a little bit. By about 10% was what it looked like, about 10%, which is pretty good. Do I think that GTA 6 alone can break Minecraft sales records? Absolutely. It's possible. What's Minecraft at? Minecraft's at what? 225 million? You know what I mean? And GTA is at 180, 190 now. So it's possible. It is very possible. And remember, a lot of the sales for Minecraft are not consumer sales. They're sales by companies that preload the game. Think about Microsoft. When you get Windows, Minecraft is part of it, right? So, you know what I mean? A lot of that is, it's at 300 now? Okay. So, a lot of those sales, I'd probably say 100 million sales, seriously, are not from people like me and you buying. It's, it still means they're getting sales, right? They're still, obviously, but it's not like organic, like me and you would go buy it. So, Jack, what'd you say? In-game advertising might be interesting. Yeah, we were just talking about that because they mentioned that. I think we already see it in GTA, but it's not for like sales. I'm glad that Strauss said what he said. It gives me hope that they're not going to make this. It won't be that predatory, right? It does give me hope about that. I like what he said about the James Bond analogy, right? And I like what he said about the in-game advertisement. I do think that we're going to see more of that. I really do. But it was very promising to hear that he was not on board with that. So I'm very. That was good to hear. That was good. That was good to hear, for sure. The next weekly update. Well, yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. Hopefully, we get some heist information. So. Alistair, if you look at what they were talking about with their corrections, this is why I said if you go back and watch, I'm like, dude, they're dropping their numbers down because they're going to delay GTA 6 until 2025. I do not think, now, of course, we don't know, and I'm just basing my information on nobody but me, from me doing my own research and homework. It makes me believe that that holiday season 2025 is when GTA 6 is going to come out. So, you know what I mean? I definitely think that that's going to happen. Everyone's, oh yeah, because last earnings call, it made you believe that the game would be being released in 2024. Even then, I'm like, no, it's not coming out in 2024. It's not. I really don't think so. I don't think so. So I think it's coming out in 2025, and it looks like that's what their numbers are kind of being. But again, it's all kind of jumbled on their fiscal year versus somebody else's fiscal year, right? But I'm still, that's what I think. I think holiday season 2025. Because what did that one guy say in that question? He was talking about, hey, your numbers is this because of you think that there's going to be more hardware available? And that's exactly what Strauss was saying. He was like, yeah, the holiday season, this holiday season, we're going to have more consoles, right? More people will be buying PS5s, Xbox Series X, etc., right? More PCs will be getting bought. And so that will help out in that process going forward. But that's not going to be on the books for the time frame that they're talking about. So that's what kind of makes you think. It makes me think, anyways. 2025 holiday season is a more likely outcome for them releasing GTA 6. Luis, it's not out of the picture. I can't say it's out of the picture, right? But it just seems like 2025 is where it's going to be at. They could even say December. I think the trailer will be coming out. Hold on, let me see the calendar here. Let me look at the calendar. They said early December, yeah? December 1st. It's coming out December 1st. December 1st is a Friday. If it's not December 1st, it'll be December 8th. So I think December 1st or 8th will be the trailer. The trailer may say 2024, but I promise you they will delay it till 2025. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm thinking we're getting the trailer on the 1st or the 8th, primarily the 1st. And then, even if it says 2024, I think they're going to delay it to 2025. So, oh, you're in Vegas for your birthday? Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Very good. How old are you going to be, man? The big 4-0? God dang, you're old as shit. Honestly, I thought you were like 55. I'm not going to lie. You have aged horribly, sir. That was kidding, man. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. I'm just messing with you, man. I hate you, Tylarious. I'm never coming back here again. No, I'm just teasing, man. No, for happy birthday. That's cool. I hope you, dude, listen, right now is a terrible time to be in Vegas. Dude, they're still dealing with all those hacks. All the F1 shits down there. Oh, my God. Now, you have a blast, man. LS, exactly, dude. Oh, my God. Dude, all of the taxis and Ubers are, like, charging, like, extra pricing and shit like that. Yeah, Jack, what hotel you staying at, man? Where you going to be at? Are you staying in Old Vegas, Old Town? Or are you on the Strip? Where are you going to be? LS, it is. It is. Jack, what the Airbnb, you're going to an Airbnb in Vegas? Bro, you're going to wake up in a bathtub with full of ice and your kidney gone. Dude, just go to the hotel, man. Go to the hotel. You don't get a free hotel? Do you not gamble? Bro, if you spent like 400 or 500 bucks gambling, you get like a free room. Nah, I don't think it has anything to do with the Game Awards. No. Byron, if anything, if they show, it won't be on the Game Awards. Definitely not. This is what I think will happen December 1st, and then they replay it on the Game Awards. No, I don't think December 7th. No. Now, Rockstar's always been like a lone wolf. They don't need anybody. They look, dude, just go. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Hold on, let me show you something real quick here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh my God. All right, just look at this. Just look at this, okay? Hold on. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. All right, let me go back over here. Give me 1 second. Let me get 1 second. All right. So, look at this. This is a subtweet, right? This came out 8 a.m. about 9 hours ago? Yeah, about 9 hours ago. This tweet, this is on Twitter, mind you. This has 112 million views. Rockstar don't need nobody to get no audience. That's got to be a record for them. That's got to be a record. And this is on a subtweet. The main tweet has 27 million views. This one right here, 1.2 million likes, 39,000 bookmarks, 112 million views. They're not gonna. They don't need that. I mean, again, it could happen, but nah, bro. They don't need it. They don't need it. I mean, come on, bro. That's wild. That's absolutely wild right there. So they may replay the trailer. But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Rockstar has ever done anything substantial at one of these gaming places, right? Have they ever? Maybe like back in 2013. I'm not. It could happen though. It could. It could happen. They could do that. They could do that. In less than 12 hours. In less than 12 hours. You know, so. They announced GTA 4 at E3. You're sure? But yeah, well, are you sure though? Somebody said they did something at an Xbox thing for GTA 4. GTA 4 E3. Okay, so there we go. They never used to get invited back there because they were too edgy. Oh my god. Yeah, they were too busy getting like Tipper Gore and other politicians were on them. Yeah. But is E3 even still a thing anymore? They still doing E3? Is that even a thing anymore? Like, I don't know, man. I just think that yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be a move for them. I really don't. They're too, they're just like, we'll do us. We're gonna do us. I'm gonna do me. You do you. Maybe we can meet in the middle somewhere. So they might replay it. But if you do your research, there's a couple of sources that state that December 1st is the day that Rockstar became Rockstar, and the January 7th was when they took it public. But December 1st, and he even said early December. So early December has got to be within the first week. So the 1st, the 7th, and the 8th, those are all possibilities. I just don't see the 7th as at that award. I just don't think that would be something they would do. Again, it could happen though. It could happen. You know what I mean? No, wild though. Wild. GTA Plus members get it. Yeah. GTA Plus members get the trailer a week before everybody else. Oh god, dude, that sounds like something they would do. That sounds like something they would do. Hey, is Mark Dusky? Is that not good? Is that not a good name to use, Mark Dusky? Because the Mark II, the oppressor Mark, the Mark Deuce. Is that not a good name? Did you hear they're like, spell that please? Dewski? Dusky? Yeah, okay. I should have said Deuceski. No, I think that oh god, dude. God dang, I was in the queue. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous though. But hey, now you guys know I'm not bullshitting. You guys heard it. You guys heard it. I got the in. I got the connect. Oh shit! Squirrel. That's my name next time. Chad Dusky. Chad with 2 D's. Bro, Chad. Baby Booey LLC. Hauser's on the gear again. No, don't say that, bro. That's messed up. I don't wish that on nobody. That's wild. Did you guys enjoy the conference call? Did you guys have a good time? Was this fun? Did you guys enjoy it? You guys love these streams. You guys always come out for these. My name is Mark Chad Dusky. GTA 6 early access, 6 months early, exactly, bro. Oh my god. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Alvin. Yeah, who said that about old Hauser? Oh my god. I'm gonna get him next time. But yeah, I think I was a little too nervous. I was a little too nervous. Yo, Sugar Daddy with the 10 months. All right, guys. I might be streaming again later on tonight. What is today? Today's Tuesday. Was it today Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. All day, baby. Oh no, today's Wednesday. Holy shit. Yeah, today's Wednesday. All right, yeah, I might go live again later. I'm not sure. I might not. If not, though, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down. Good shit, man. Good shit. Get the pre. I will, Luis. It's Wednesday. I was thinking it was Tuesday for some reason. All right, you guys know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Smash that like button. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.